So I was doing some research, and it looks like the IrisVR is the only company that has got something possibly going for the Quest now. Looks like I submitted to be notified, and they responded back with an email, maybe some like beta testing thing. So I think I might try to set up an IrisVR on the Quest once I get some other things. You're supposed to like email them or something like that, so I'll have to figure that out.
So here we are at the IrisVR website, and just check out the pricing here. They've got $50 per month, $225 for a Pro Plus plan. So it's not a very cheap software. But up in the top bar, you'll see a Get Access. Go to Prospect for Oculus Quest, and you can enter in your email address and hit Submit, and they'll send you that email you saw earlier. I'm going to go ahead and download this free trial and check it out. I'm going to confirm my account here and download Prospect. Go ahead and go through all the setup stuff. Now, I don't have any of these Revit programs, so I'm not going to download any of those plugins. So here we are inside Prospect. I got about 14 days left on this trial, so I'm going to go back and see this email, see what they said here. So it's kind of a get started. It basically allows the model to be synced up over the cloud. And so once it's on the cloud, you're able to access that model from your Oculus Quest. You can see it says syncing up there at the top. So I'm going to build a model real quick in Sketchup, something we can walk around in. So let's bring that model into the existing project. You can have multiple models inside your projects. So now I'm going to put on the Oculus Quest and go in and search for IrisVR. It pulls up this prospect link. So I'm going to click that and open that. Takes a little bit of time to get into the software. And there it goes, starts to bring in that model, and it's syncing up. So I'll go in here, and the model takes a little bit of time to load. And it loads you in like tabletop mode, which is where you're outside of the model and you can kind of manipulate it, move it around, scale it. Twist it around, kind of look at it like it's on the top of a table. It took me a little while to figure out how to get into the model, but if you push your joystick forward, it does the little silhouette of a person and allows you to jump down into the model. If you have some scenes set up, you can have those in viewpoint points, and you can jump into those scenes there directly, and it'll put you into the model that way. You can adjust the daylight settings, although the shadows are not good or existing at all, really. It's just kind of like a little bit of a change in the overall ambient lighting. You can have materials on or off. So I'm going to push that joystick forward, and it gives that little person there, jump down here and see what it looks like. This is from the right controller. If you push forward on the left controller, it allows you to kind of move around like you're walking. I'm going to try to walk up this angled slope here. If I can get on it. The mode I'm in right now is like a curved mode, so if you need to jump to someplace you don't have access to, you can point it pretty high up and that curve will come back down to you. I'm going to turn these layers off, I think, or something. Materials. I don't have any materials in this model, so that does nothing. The layers, if you turn these off, the model disappears, so you can set up different layer states. You can take photographs of the model while you're in it. Save viewpoints, and then you can edit and draw, add little notes to people that might be going into the model or for yourself later. That's the projected. Now handheld will draw right in front of you. It's a little bit closer. Projected projects onto an object or surface. So this is like drawing in 3D space. If you want to quickly note something, you can do these little call out button circles just to highlight something that needs to be maybe talked about or fixed within the model. Those can be a bunch of different colors. They've got preset. You can change those colors to something. Change the size, the thickness, all that kind of stuff. And then erase them if you, which is kind of a cool effect, the way they disappear. Measure things. So this model was set up for meters, which I did not play around with how to change that. But I would definitely want that to be in feet and inches. You can see here it kind of gets lost in that one face. When you inspect an object, that's the mode you go into. That kind of glass looking mode. I wish the shadows were more, just a lot better than they are. I guess it gives you a good form of like feeling of like form and perspective, but you don't get that realistic feeling at all. So now I'm going to go back into the computer and see if those markups that I put into the model, see if those actually are saved in the model, and whether I can access them off the desktop. So you can see they don't show up here in this view, this tabletop view. No markups are showing up. If you get down into the model though, they appear. And so that original happy face up there, the circles, even the ones I erased show up because I had erased those Olympic rings. But that was IrisVR in the Oculus Quest.